Hello Capricorn, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. I wanted to take a moment and thank everybody for all of the support, all of the subscribers, the likes, the comments, the shares, all of it. I appreciate the support more than you guys even realize, so thank you so much. It feels so good stepping into my purpose, and the majority of you guys have been nothing but just absolutely supportive, so thank you so much. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the person that's on your mind. If you guys are interested in different kind of readings, like past person, new person, I can always try and figure out, analyze and figure out some kind of way other than just the person on your mind every single time. So leave some comments and some ideas of things that you guys would like me to read on. I've kind of toyed with maybe 1 week doing past person, 1 week doing new person, doing person on your mind. I don't know. I'm just kind of playing around in my mind. So kind of curious what you guys think about that, if you guys have any ideas. Anyways, let's get into it. Capricorn and the person that is on their mind currently. What's happening? 3 of Cups reversed. I don't like that. Some of you may actually be dealing with some gossip. I feel like many of you were in a very serious, committed relationship. This has come out so much today. But somehow, some way, you found out about a third party. I can't steer around that. I just can't. The 3 of Cups reverse usually screams to me that there was some sort of betrayal here. And like I said, it could have absolutely had to do with a marriage or something very, very committed. Something that you thought was going to last forever. You could be seeing 10-10 on the clock quite a bit. Yeah, you thought this was going to last, but something happened that gave you a lot of clarity. You found out about this betrayal in some way that was definitive. You know how we deal with, or there's situations where people are so manipulative that it's like, they're up to no good, but like you can't prove it. So like you don't want to come across as like crazy or anything like that, but like you just know. That's how I'm feeling that you felt. For some of you, this was like a past connection, not even a current connection, but it's like you could never pin it down and prove it, and then finally you did. Finally, you got the exact clarity that you needed to do with this again, the moon card reverse. You got the clarity that you needed, and once you got the definitive clarity, and when I say that, I'm not saying like you heard it through the grapevine and that's your clarity. Like, no, you like caught this person red-handed doing something, or they even admitted it to you. There's something here where it was an official thing. No more guessing games, none of that. Even though your intuition knew, you knew, and then you took action towards creating a separation, because who wouldn't, right? You thought this person was your forever person. Turns out they were giving to someone else, and I'm getting that they were giving to someone else, not even just physically, it was emotionally as well, which some would argue that even can hurt more in some instances. I mean, both aren't good, but you definitely got the clarity that you needed, and this screams to me too, your intuition was screaming at you. But I've been there. I mean, I'm a 7 in numerology, and what that means is I am extremely intuitive. It's why I do what I do. But I've had situations where my intuition, I knew it was right, but I was questioning it because I didn't have that definitive proof. But the moment I got it, I almost felt relief. And I feel like you're kind of feeling that, You're really feeling that release of fear, because it kept you in a state of fear because you couldn't figure it out, but yet you knew that your intuition was screaming at you. But now you feel a little bit more free, even though it hurts to find out that you were betrayed, is what I'm getting. Either way, I'm seeing very good karma, very good luck, something brand new, a brand new cycle headed your way. This person from your past may have very well treated you like you're nothing special. They could have made you feel that way. Maybe they didn't even realize they made you feel that way. They definitely They gave you some kind of creative block because a lot of your energy was going towards, and again, this could be a past situation, but a lot of your creative energy was going towards trying to figure out your intuition in this whole situation and this third party situation. You were spending so much energy trying to figure it out. That's why now you almost feel calm and okay, because it's like you don't have to expend so much energy trying to figure it out anymore. You know, I'm getting the energy, Capricorn, where you're like, I'm actually glad I found out because now I can move on to a brand new chapter, possibly with a Sagittarius. All right, what else? What else is here? Actually, how does this person who had the third party feel about Capricorn at the deepest level now? For some of you, you haven't heard from them since this all transpired. That's just for a few of you. Okay. How they feel, they know. Devil card right there. They know that in Queen of Wands reverse, this person could have went after someone who was a fire sign or who had heavy placements. How they feel deep down is they know. Because, like I said, there was definitive proof. They actually are feeling like complete crap about themselves. They know that they were in this devil energy. They know that they didn't care about your feelings in the situation. They wanted a physical connection with whoever this fire sign was. I don't know. And if this person knew that this person in the reading was involved, shame on this person. Shame on anyone who goes after someone who's taken like that and literally destroys a very, very deep connection or potentially a marriage for some of you. But yeah, this person, how they feel at the deepest level, they know they messed up royally. They know, and they got caught, and they know they got caught. I feel like this is somebody who's done these things to a lot of different people. They're just used to not getting caught. But now that you caught them, it's like, now they see your value. They actually would like to marry you. Now, I know that sounds completely paradoxical and insane, right? How can someone who literally had a third party involved in this, drove you to the point of insanity, trying to figure it all out because they couldn't be honest about it, but then you got your own clarity. You did the research. Some of you actually may be a life path 7 or born on a 7 day. 7 energy is the number of intelligence, the number of the genius. You probably figured some way, somehow, you probably figured it out. I have 7 energy, and man, when I want to get to the bottom of something, nothing will stop me. Nothing. And I'm smart enough to figure it out, as are you. I'm seeing Capricorn. But how they're feeling now, gross about themselves. I'm hearing they're feeling gross about themselves that they did that to you. Strength card reversed. Some of you were dealing with a Leo. They know, they understand that they were weak when it came to a third party. And they essentially ruined the most beautiful connection that they've ever had. The Four of Wands there. This could be a twin flame connection as well. If you guys have had a lot of these type of problems, it could be twin flame connection. Twin flame connections a lot of times are connections where, I mean, it's one soul split into 2 bodies, and a lot of times our twin flame is so predominant in our lives because they come in, they hurt us, we learn a lesson, and then we go on our life path. We separate for a while, we'll come back together, we have more lessons to teach each other, we'll separate, and then we'll come. That very much can be a twin flame connection. Now, that's not to be confused with a connection which is unhealthy, right? Because a key thing about twin flame connections is they do truly, when they hit their heartbreaking stage, which they always will. Twin flame connections are not an easy road. They're not an easy road, but they are a road of growth. And what I'm picking up right now, at least from this, is, I mean, you putting your foot down, you finding out exactly what this person did. It really open their eyes to, oh, you know how sometimes if you get caught doing something, it makes it like real? This person was like illusionary. They thought, if as long as you didn't, Capricorn doesn't find out, I can do this. What they don't know won't hurt them. Well, you found out. You found out. Heavy on the fire sign that they may have went after. They could have lied a lot. The works. And now they're feeling very, very low. They're feeling very weak, but like not physically weak. They're feeling very emotionally weak because they know that they did this. They know that they ruined the most beautiful connection that they've ever experienced. And Capricorn, you're onto a whole new cycle. And who could blame you, right? 3 Cups reversed. Who could blame you? Because even many of you are not going to take this person back. And I do not recommend it, especially not with this Devil energy, Queen of Wands reverse energy. I do not recommend it at all. But always do what you want. Always. I'm not here to ever tell anyone what to do. I don't recommend it because you have something so much more beautiful coming in. That's how it works. That's how the law of attraction works. When we cut off the things that are bad for us, which you clearly have, you got definitive proof. You're not just going to keep going with this person, right? When that's cut off, of course, there's a grieving process that goes with that. And after that, the universe will usually usher in something just for us, something so much better than we could have ever even imagined. And it's because we had the courage to cut this energy off, the one that was not serving us. And I don't feel like this was an easy thing for you to do. Like I said, this could be someone from your deep past, like that you were married to or lived with or something. And if that's the case, they still to this day think about what they did here to you. But I am getting that they still go around with these patterns of behavior. So it's not even like they've changed. They just hate that they hurt you that way because it was such a significant connection. But at the end of the day, this person could not control their temptation. And that's an issue to do with them, not you. It's so easy to take, you know, when someone betrays us in a romantic way, it's so easy to take it personal, right? What did I do wrong? Am I not good enough? All of those types of thoughts. And the ironic part is that's never the case. That's why the person tries to have both. They don't want to lose you because they see the value. But they also want to be out doing their own thing and not really caring about hurting you. And that's, with that 3 of Cups reversed there, I do not like that. Many of you may have children with this person. They treated you like you didn't matter half the time. Half the time they treated, and it's because their energy was going towards this other third party. But like I said, there's something new here. Tell me more about this Wheel of Fortune. What's this new cycle starting for Capricorn? This whole new cycle. Someone you can't stop thinking about. I feel like there's someone in your midst that you can't stop thinking about. This person could be like in a manager type role or some type of role where they're in charge. This person's also not afraid to say what's on their mind. I feel like that's something that you really appreciate, Capricorn. You could be dealing with an air sign, a newer air sign. For some of you, this is a workplace connection, but you can't stop thinking about that. And it's really helping you raise your confidence levels after whatever this past situation was. Even if it was in the deep past, we can still carry that forward. That fear, right? That it's going to happen again. But this is going to be someone who's going to be truthful and honest with you, which you're going to appreciate very, very much. All right, what's some advice that we can give Capricorn regarding all of this? What's some advice? Okay, it's okay if you're holding back towards anything new right now, because understand you just went through a pretty traumatic experience with somebody who betrayed you. So if you are feeling like, you know, this newer person's great, or I would like to move on to a whole new cycle, maybe move to a whole new place, but I'm sort of hesitant, you know, if you're feeling like you're just holding back a little bit, that's normal. But in this new connection, I am getting the message communication is going to be absolutely key, and this newer person is going to be great at communication, but make sure that you're bringing that communication forward as well, because I see this being a very, very beautiful union, one with lots of truth, lots of honesty about where you're both at, not the secrets and the lies and the deceit and all of that. Let's see, let's give one more piece of advice for Capricorn. What's one more piece of advice for Capricorn? Okay, some of you need to hear the message. Watch your finances. And it's hard when we're dealing with love situations. It's so easy to ruminate on them and trying to figure them out and all of that. It can be very easy to let some financial things slip. Capricorns, that's not usually you though. You guys are Capricorns manifest money more than any other sign I've ever seen. I have a Capricorn moon, and I notice anytime, especially earlier in my life, anytime my finances weren't where they needed to be emotionally, I would feel distraught. So with that Capricorn moon, I kind of get a hint of that sometimes, and you're very much like that, Capricorn. When your financial stability isn't in order, kind of perfect, it can really, really bother you. So that's the one more piece of advice that the universe, God, wants you to realize. If you have been through some financial troubles recently, I do see you coming out of those. It's not going to be quite as hard as it's been. You're working on towards coming out of those. For others of you, I'm being told, if you're someone who gives a lot, which is never a bad thing, I always advocate for that, but make sure that you have enough to sustain yourself before helping and giving to others. Really make sure you're working on your finances, Capricorns. You always are, but really make sure that you're in a good place before you give to others, if that makes sense. But that just means you have a really big heart. Just make sure you're solid and okay before you actually give everything you have to others. So that is what I have for you today, Capricorn. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.